Ah yes, the Desiros. There's a lot of them, and a lot in the UK too. In my opinion, they're probably some of the best trains running right now. I'll try to cover them all at some point, but we'll see how far we get with that. So, today let's look at the Class 350. Although not the first Desiro in the UK, they are very common on the very important West Coast main line, so I'd say they're worth covering first. Let's get started. The 350-1s were actually meant to be 450s, but things didn't exactly work out this way. Originally, Southwest Trains ordered 100 4-car trains, the Class 450-0, and 32 5-car trains, the 450-2. The Strategic Rail Authority was not happy with this though. Basically a weird version of the DFT, which was abolished in 2006. But anyway, they didn't really want to lengthen platforms or change any infrastructure, something you kinda gotta do if you want longer trains. This meant that the order for 32 5-car trains, 160 carriages, was cancelled. Well, not exactly. The order was changed to 10 4-car trains for Southwest Trains, 4 e-coaches, and the rest were rearranged into 34-car trains with dual voltage, to be called the Class 350-1. These would go to Central Trains and Silverlink, who were both owned by National Express. They were to share the fleet of 30 trains. Central Trains ran their 350s from Birmingham to Northampton to Coventry and to Liverpool, while Silverlink ran them from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central. Until 2007 when the Central Trains and Silverlink franchises expired. After this, the entire 350 fleet was transferred to London Midland. They ran the 350s from Euston to Tring, Milton Keynes Central, Northampton, Crewe, Birmingham, Liverpool, and Wolverhampton. London Midland also inherited Class 321s, something that they wanted to replace. So they ordered a second batch of 350s, 350-2, which entered service in 2008. These trains also ran from Crewe to Euston, stopping at most Trent Valley Line stations, in addition to all the existing services. These trains had a 3+2 seating layout in standard class, compared to the 2+2 seen on the 350-1s. This is because the 350-1s were generally put on longer services than the -2s. Also, the 350-2s were not dual voltage. In 2009, some of the 350-1s, the dual voltage ones, were leased to Southern, as they were having issues with shortages of trains. This meant that the 350s ran from Milton Keynes Central down to East Croydon for a short while. In 2012, the top speed of the 350-1s was changed from 100 miles an hour to 110 miles an hour, allowing paths on the West Coast mainline to be better used. From 2013 to 2014, another 20 Class 350s were built. These were the Class 350-3 and the Class 350-4. 5 of them going to TransPennine Express, and the other 5 going to London Midland. In 2018, the Class 350-2s had their top speed increased also. This meant that they could run with the -1s without causing delays. The 350s took over the Abbey line from the Class 319s, and eventually all the other 319s were replaced by Class 730s. The Class 350 isn't entirely safe from these trains though, with the -2s starting to be phased out. For now they're orange, but soon we'll get the green ones. It is possible that the Class 350s get used elsewhere in the UK, so we'll just have to wait and see for that. And that brings us to the present day, with all the Class 350s on the West Coast main line, and a few of them being phased out by 730s. See you next time.